Alright, welcome to level 3, Run For It, Sir, where we have a slightly larger level size, so you'll learn that. You're actually going to have Sir Clicks-a-Lot in this level, who you will control with the arrow keys, and there will be a Mega Dragon or two that are going to be every second coming your direction, kind of heat-seeking. I'll show you how to do that. And then there will be some slower, not quite as bright dragons that just choose a new direction. The dragons will bounce off walls, and the objective here is to collect all the princesses to win. So, here we are. We're going to have a new dragon, and this is going to be Mega Dragon. He's a little bit larger, and he's going to be a little bit smarter than the other ones. So, this guy, when he's created, in the event of his creation, he's going to actually start moving towards something, a certain point, but relative to our Sir. So I'm going to have a guy called Sir. I haven't created him yet, and his X. So Sir.y would be his Y, and whoops, not 45. We'll make it a speed of 4. And so immediately when the level starts, they're going to start coming after me. However, if I just leave it like that, they're going to be a heat-seeking missile. Actually, at this point, they won't be at all. If I do it in a step event, they'd be a heat-seeking missile constantly coming after me. I only want them to figure out where I am once a second. And to do that, after they start coming at me right now, and let me show you what that looks like before I go any further. Let's create our object Sir. Make sure we spell it just the same way. There's object Sir Clicks-a-Lot. And this guy, while we're at it, we're going to enable him to move. So when somebody hits the left keyboard, jump here is not like Mario jumps. This is more like get to the position of, jump to the position of. And we want to move left, which I'm going to say is -6. He can move fairly quick relative to his current position. So if he's here, -6 to the left. And similarly, keyboard right will jump him +6 to the right relative. And if somebody hits up, remember in Game Maker Y is backwards, so that's actually going to be a -6 to go up. And keyboard down is going to jump to position +6Y relative. Okay, so the dragon can't hurt me just yet, but let's check out by making a new room what happens with our little smart dragon here. Let's call this level 3, and on my objects we'll have Sir right there. Our Mega Dragon, we'll have a few of those just for testing purposes, and let's see what happens. Let's put this room first before we run the game. That way we can not have to play through levels 1 and 2, of course. Got my fingers on the arrow keys. Ooh. So they started going at my initial direction, but then they never figured out where I was after that. And to fix that, inside of our dragon here, after they start moving towards me, remember the create event only happens once, on the moment he's created, the start of the game. After that, he has nothing else to do. He keeps going in that direction. So we're going to set, you guessed it, an alarm clock. And I'm going to say 30 steps in this alarm. And it doesn't matter which one you use as long as you remember which one you used. So it's going to set an alarm. And you can never set an alarm without programming the alarm to go off then. So this sets it. The event alarm means the alarm goes off. This should say alarm goes off, but it doesn't. So when alarm 0 goes off, what do I want to happen? Well, I want them to figure this out again. So I'm just going to copy this from here and say when the alarm goes off, start moving towards me again, but just for that moment. And of course, if I don't reset the alarm then, 30 and alarm 0, it would only do that once. So now it looks something like this, and this is a loop for computer programming knowledge. On his create event, he'll start moving towards me, set the alarm, and it's ticking down, tick, 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 ding. When that goes off, Hey, there he is. I'm going to head that direction. Reset the alarm. Winds it up. Tick, 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 tick. Ding. Oh, wait, now he's over there. He goes after me over there, etc. And this is the loop then, right here. Ding. That. All right, let's test it out. Of course, there's no injuries to be had yet. It's not terribly exciting, but it is kind of a neat game mechanic. So every once in a while, they kind of figure out where I'm at and come after me. But it is eludable. I can get away, and they're kind of on top of each other. They look like one, but... So now let's make kind of a dumb red dragon. And to do this, I'm going to kind of cheat by making a new sprite from my green dragon. And this is a common trick in old Nintendo games, is just duplicate an existing one. And I'm going to call this sprite timing dragon. You could probably figure out why. And instead of loading, since I duplicated, I have this one, I'm going to say edit sprite. And if I hit show preview, you can see what his animation is here. And I could double click them and edit individual ones. However, that's a lot of work. And I like taking the quick way. So if I want to animate or do something to all of these, when I'm in this window with the preview, I can go to image, colorize, and you can play around with all the other ones, but I'm going to use colorize, and we're just going to really mess with this color a little bit. That looks pretty good. Hit OK, and now we have a completely different character, right? Completely different. Well, it's a different sprite anyways. And we are going to make a new object out of him, so he sort of is a whole new character. Timing dragon, and he's going to wear that new red outfit. And similar to how the Mega Dragon worked, on his create event, he's going to start moving, but not towards me. He's just going to start moving in any one of these directions at a speed of, I'm going to say 2. So I can really outrun these guys because I plan on putting a lot of them in the room. And then, after he starts moving, he's going to do similar to what the other dragon did. He's going to set an alarm, but I'm going to use a different one this time. And let's say every 40 steps. That way it's not the same timing as the other dragon. And when you set an alarm, you of course have to make it go off. In the event alarm 1 goes off, we want him to simply choose a new direction. So I'll let him choose any of these, still going at a speed of 2. And after that alarm goes off and he chooses a new direction, to complete this loop here, I need to have an alarm get reset in itself. Oops. Main 2, we want alarm 1, and again I'm going to do the same number of steps here. There we go. One more thing I want to do is I don't want these guys to go outside the room, and so I'm going to say add event when you collide with the castle wall. You could say this one and just choose the center to speed 0, which will basically make it stop. But I'm just going to say pick a new direction. So the timer might make him change direction, or him colliding with the wall might make him choose a new direction. Either or is fine. And same for the Mega Dragon. Add event when the Mega Dragon collides with the wall. I'm going to make him just pick a new direction. Congratulations. As soon as the alarm goes off, you should figure out where I'm at again, I think. I don't remember how fast he was. 4? Yes, 4. Okay. So I don't know if this will work quite right or not, but let's see what happens there. We got to go build out our level a little bit. Let's get rid of all that. I told you I was going to show you how to increase the size of the level. Underneath settings where you set that, I'm just going to add 200 to each one of these. So I'm going to get 840 and 680, which isn't quite proportionally enlarging it, but it does give me a larger room to play with. And I did that so that I can add my castle walls, which will be all the way around the edge, and I'm holding Control Shift along here. I'll clean that up when I'm done. Whoa, I just did something wrong. Control Z will undo. Oops. go. Hold the control key and the right mouse button to erase those. Now I'm probably going to make some, you know, little room areas inside of here to kind of make it a little more challenging and to give some obstacles for things to move around. Oh, wait, I need to leave enough room for the big dragon to get through, I believe, or else it's going to be some major issues. I don't know, let's start with that. And we'll throw in some of these timing dragons all over. And some mega dragons. Put one there, one up there. Actually, if he's on top of the wall, he won't move at all. Alright, let's try that. And then of course we need Sir. And he's going to start out hanging out down here. And we're going to put some princesses in there for me to collect. One up there, one there, one there for now, and you can design a better level, I'm sure. But last thing we need to do is we need to make it so when all the princesses are gone that we win the game. So this is going to be my princess counter. Object, control, princess counter. And all the time, or every step of the way, I want it to be counting the number of princesses. If the number of princesses equals 0, then I'm actually going to pop up a message that says something. You won the game. That's good. And that'll be just like a pop-up window like these that pop up. One other problem is if all the princesses are gone, it's going to continue to be true, which means every step of the way it's going to check this, see that there's no princesses, and pop this message up. So as soon as you hit OK, the next one's going to pop up. So we're going to actually nest this inside of some triangles, and after it displays the message, we're going to end the game. That way it doesn't keep happening over and over and over and over and over and over again. So let's test it out quick. Good, I can run around through here. Oh my, I can't even beat my own game. Don't hit me, don't hit me. Whew. It's dinging at me, that's good. These guys are coming after me. And if you wanted to make it harder, of course, you could put more guys or make it so that these guys don't continue to try to come after you. Make it so maybe they do some other behavior so they don't get stuck on the wall. You won the game. I can end the game. Awesome. Have fun creating.